Greetings, YouTube. My wife and I have a shed, a storage shed, on the porch of our apartment building. In fact, if you were to go right outside that window over there, it's right in the corner. And I keep things in there that I don't care if they get affected by temperature differences. It's dry, but that's it. It's not heated. So it's useful for storing things like fans when I don't want them, and coolers, and things like that. But there are also some boxes in there with a number of personal items. And I've decided that I need to really clean out some of this garbage. And so I was going through some of the boxes yesterday, and I found a whole bunch of action figures that I just don't need, aliens and whatnot, from when I was in my 20s and 30s when I was buying a lot of these things. I have to admit I do still occasionally buy action figures, but not very often. And in the process of rooting through all these boxes, I should say, I stumbled upon the item that is the strangest thing I have ever purchased at a yard sale. And anyone who watches my channel on a regular basis know I frequent yard sales and flea markets and thrift stores on a regular basis. But years ago, I was by myself. I think it was just after I'd gotten my license, so I was able to move around a lot more freely. In fact, I've just celebrated recently my 10th year with the driver's license. It's something I did not get until I was 36. So having a car at that age, finally, and it was just sort of a novel experience. And so I was moving around in the city on Saturday morning by myself one day, and I stumbled upon a woman who used to be a nurse. Now, I'm not sure why she had this item. It's a strange item even for a nurse. And you're asking yourself, okay, what did she have? She had this. And you're asking yourself, what is this? This right here, folks. Let me try to get some shots in here. Those 5 shiny things right there, those are batteries. A port, wires. What is this? This is a pacemaker. Yes, this is an actual pacemaker. This particular one, however, says here, right on it, display model, not for human use. This is a model designed for a salesman to go around to doctors, surgeons, and convince them to put this thing inside of human beings. It is known as a Chardac, C-H-A-R-D-A-C-K, Chardac Great Batch Pacemaker from the Medtronic company, USA. I have no idea who makes pacemakers nowadays, but this one was made in the USA. There's a small R above the Great Batch, so I think they may be referring to a registered trademark of some variety. There's also a little symbol in here, which I believe is the Medtronic logo. It's hard to see, though. Let's see if I can bring it in there and see if you can get any chance of seeing that at all. There we go. And the other side. And the circuitry is really kind of fascinating. Now, this thing is not light. It is quite hefty. And I cannot imagine having this placed inside one's body and then having this wire fished into your heart and then left there purposefully. I have no idea how long this battery would have lasted. I mean, there's 5 batteries in here and they're pretty big. But at the time this was made, battery technology was not efficient. I can't imagine these would function all that well. But the whole thing is cast in, so it's completely sealed. It's completely inert, I am assuming. And I don't really know what the port here for. This may be how they programmed it. I'm not really sure if this would actually have any connection to the outside of the human body or not. It may have had a plug to recharge it, because I don't imagine it lasted very long. But this is without a doubt the strangest thing I have ever purchased at a flea market or a yard sale or a boot sale, as some Europeans have called them. Did you know how much I paid for this? I paid 1/4. And 1/4, from the term quarter, is 25 cents. Our dollars have 100 cents here in the U.S. So this cost me $0.25, and this was 6 or 8 years ago when I purchased it. So nowadays it would probably cost me 20 cents. It's a fascinating thing, and I'm glad I have it in my company. But I gotta admit, of all the things I've ever purchased, that's the strangest.
What's the weirdest thing you ever bought at a yard sale or a flea market or a thrift store?